Our next speaker for the day is Sarabjit Singh Puri, Director and CEO of Fateh Technologies. He would be talking on integrating technology with conventional methods of rural branding. Mr. Sarabjit Singh Puri is an engineering graduate in instrumentation technology, is a founder or director of Fateh Technologies, serving rural India since 2003. Sarabjit is in rural communication, branding, and helped the companies to reach rural India. He has run many outdoor BTL and ATL campaigns for MNCs like Bayer, DuPont, BASF, etc., and have strategically built many brands in rural India. Had a vision to expand across the services and geographies in rural world by reaching people in every niche and corner. He had pioneered the concept of localized agri-call center for agri companies in India, and now serving many MNCs in this concept. He has achieved a phenomenal success in rural communication and branding in India for the agri companies. I think we need his services. Yeah, he will be talking about integrating technology with conventional methods. Welcome, Mr. Puri. Thank you.
बहुत हो गया इंडिया इंडिया, अब भारत की बारी है। बहुत हो गया इंडिया इंडिया, अब भारत की बारी है। चलो दोस्तों गांव गांव चलने की तैयारी है। Good morning. I am Sarabjit from Fateh Technologies. I am a purely rural guy. I am wearing coats very less, so I don't know how it is looking. And this is the image of rural India, which you have been thinking all the times, but these guys have got Mercedes. In rural India, I'll talk about, especially in Haryana and Punjab, there are more Mercedes than any metro city in India. In villages, there are more Mercedes than any metro in India, including Mumbai. And the most Mercedes sold are in Ludhiana because of rural India. So, as Mr. Linga Reddy said, as well as Mr. Rawat also said, there's two things are required in rural India. One is trust. Second is continuous connection with the people. As far as respect is concerned, as you have talked about, I will share a very shocking experience with us. We have been running a call center in the last 5-6 years, or maybe more than that. We run even a customer care number for buyer as well. But there is not even a single instance of disrespectful behavior from a farmer in our call center. Single instance. This is the culture of Bharat. This is our culture. Sometimes really sorry to say that, sometimes I think when we start studying in colleges and universities, we just forget about the respecting anybody. Farmers never disrespect, and they believe you. When you go to them, they believe you. This is what I have learned. And secondly, why I am a rural guy, why my company is a purely rural company. I myself have traveled more than 4 lakh kilometers by road. My company has traveled, I don't know how much lakh kilometers they have traveled by road only. We have seen the country by road. Now, there are many conventional methods which the companies have been using in order to contact and connect and promote their business. And they are very simple methods, like vehicle campaigns have been used since years. Hoardings and boards have been used since years. Farmer and customer meetings are being conducted regularly in the villages. I am a purely village guy. I am not talking about tier 2, tier 3 cities. I am a purely village guy. I'll talk about only village. This is the kind of vehicle campaigns which are normally run in the companies. There's the hoardings which are on the roadsides. And this is the kind of India which you can see. You see, sometimes you get very flashy pictures out of Photoshopped and all that stuff, but it's not a Photoshop picture. These are the farmer-customer meetings which are being done at different places. These are kind of meetings being done. What is the ineffectiveness which have come up with the conventional methodology? First point is we are not able to connect the customers on regular basis. We connect them, we get the customers every time we go to the market and we get the new customers. Every time we go to the market and we get the new customers. They are not connected regularly because the vast area of the rural India as well as the vast network of the companies, the people are not able to connect with the people on heart-to-heart basis. So we have to follow up them vigorously. How to do that? This is what is my agenda today. But now is the time to connect with the technology and the conventional methodology. As the Buddha says, there is a middle path. There's no complete technological things cannot be done or a complete conventional things cannot be done. Both can be merged. That is the time. Whereas various technologies are available, you people know it, call center, SMS, app-based solutions, social networking, GPS, web services, portals, whatever, like hundreds and hundreds of things you know about technology. There are many companies here who has come in to provide technological solutions to the rural customers. As our previous speakers have also talked about technology which have been used. So let's discuss a particular case study, how to tap a village. That's what I think everybody has come here for. The first point is how to identify a village first. So first is to identify a village, because in rural India, there is a concept of loyalty. It's like that कि जी हम तो इस दुकानदार से पीढ़ियों से सामान लेते हैं, हम उसके पास नहीं जाएंगे. They are so loyal. They are so loyal. They are connected with a particular village. I think whole of the country is basically rural. A few 10 or 20 years ago, we became urban only. If you just go back to just one generation behind you, you'll see that even today, your father or maybe your grandfather sitting in a small town say, नहीं नहीं वो लाला से लेके आओ, अपना उधर तब से जानता है. So in a way, you have to find out a distributor which you have got. And distributor have got the dealers. And you have to get the village name from the dealer. Because a particular dealer will have a particular villages who are coming to him. More than 50%, 60% of the village comes to a particular dealer. This is how a rural market works. So we have to identify a village with the help of a dealer and a distributor. You can have 5 villages or 6 villages a dealer. You can have a 5 or 7 or 8 dealers from a distributor. So if you've got 100 distributors in a state, then you can have 500 dealers and you can have 2,500 villages connecting them. And in a single village, it depends how many people you want to connect, maybe 30, 40, 50. So the thing starts with the pre-sales, like a customer acquisition. How to acquire a customer. The first point is how to acquire a customer. When you identify a village, naturally you need to collect the data and you have to move into the village. You have to find a person. You have to put a person at a field level. That is called a field staff or maybe a field executive or something. But that has to be a person from that area. He cannot be sent from Mumbai or from Delhi or from some other place. He has to be there who understands, who is one of them. He has to be one of them. As many agri companies are sitting here, they must be understanding what exactly I am speaking. So that person should go into the village and he should start in a different ways. He should start with the branding in the village. Branding in the village means having, for example, a very simple way of branding is having 4 or 5 or 7 small banners or maybe a bigger posters which can be pasted on the 4 corners of the village, maybe near the bus stop, near the school, on the entrance and the different roads which goes around, or at the place where people normally gather, where they sit for a day or something, then people just move around. These are the places, and I call them sher ke panje. On the 4 sides of the corner of the village, you have to put a sher ke panje. Like this is my area. So this is how exactly it is being done. When this area is finalized, then certainly you have to move into the village and get the data collected. And here comes the importance of technology. Here, the data collection methods earlier were to write down on a single page and write down on a single page. But now you can have a missed calls, you can have SMSs, you can have different ways of, or even can use even applets or different technologies to actually gather the data. And the good thing about using technology is when earlier people used to gather data, there were around 80% of the data must have been correct, but 20 to 30% would have been wrong because of the ek number reh gaya 10 mein se, या something else has gone wrong, some name has gone wrong, बोलने में गड़बड़ हो गया, something like that. Writing समझ में नहीं आ रहा. But now after missed calls or SMS or something, the data will never be wrong. So it is, and secondly, sometimes in the case of writing, sometimes even the field staff used to do some, gadbad. Like he used to give more names than actually people came in. And like Natha Singh, Flana Singh, Ye Singh, Wo Singh, then put in all that stuff. So now exactly what is happening is the actual numbers which are going to come in who are in the meeting. And new different technologies at different companies are sitting here can be used in order to know whether this number has come from that particular meeting or not. So this is where the technology has come in. Second part is a regular follow-up. If that data can be transferred to the call center and that a regular follow-up can be started with the help of voice calls, pre-recorded voice calls, but the impact of pre-recorded voice call is just 20% than that of the actual call made by a human being. I would say there would be two kinds of field staff executives which will be working. One is the field staff executive which is working in the field, which is connecting with the people. But the second field staff executive is sitting inside the call center. His voice, her voice, will be the face of the company to that particular person. A field staff executive inside a call center can connect to more than 70 to 80 people in a day. And he can or she can connect twice a month, maybe thrice a month, depends on the company's requirement or maybe the season going on. So this kind of stuff can be used. So we can have pre-data, then we can have surveys, we can have another level of interactions. And I would like to tell you one more very, very important aspect about the rural base. Whenever the farmer is in the problem, even the companies are not able to connect. For example, a particular disease comes in. For example, a particular pest attack is there. They are not able to control and farmer is not able to understand which particular pesticide or fungicide or whatever I have to spray, or what kind of quantities I have to do, or maybe some combinations has to be used. So at that point of time, if call center is being circulated, a particular number has been circulated, then he can contact immediately. He will contact at that point of time, and you have got the opportunity to seize that moment. And if you help a farmer at that moment, please write it down, it's very important. If you help a farmer at that moment, he will not leave you whole of his life. He will not leave you whole of his life. I guarantee you this thing. Even if you change your company, he will not leave you whole of his life. Whatever you write, if you even write, spray a water on it, he will spray. So this is the level of trust which you can build up at the point of difficult times. We forget. We don't remember the people who helps us, being corporates, being urban people, but he do not. He will always remember. Then there is a strategy for doing a particular thing. The strategy is data collection, then branding in a village. It is always before the season starts, before the actual sales is being done. Then branding at the market at the point of the time of the sale. Market means there are two ways, like moving from the village to the market. This is one thing. And one has to take care of one thing. The road is always one way from the village. A particular village goes to a particular town only. They do not go to different towns. It is not, you cannot put a hoarding both ways. You have to put a hoarding or a poster or a banner in such a way that the farmer goes outside towards the town when he is going to make a sale. So he should be able to see that. It should not be that the hoarding is put like this when he has already made the sale and is coming back and he is seeing, oh, cha, this is also there. Some people do this mistake as well. This is on the basis of our experience that always a particular village goes to a particular town and that road is always one. And the rasta is always one. So that is very, very important. Branding in the market, you know already, you are very experienced guys. You know about it, like putting up hoardings, putting up boards, shop boards, doing shop branding, putting up gates, putting up different standees, or putting up wobblers, this, that, many things can be done. Even kiosk can be put up. A few people can stand there putting up t-shirts and all that stuff. But still, a respect part has to be there. A farmer has to be respected, and the most important is the farmer should go to that particular dealer who has given the name of the village. If he goes to another dealer, he will say, I've got another aspect and this is my guarantee, you just take it. And he will take it. And whole of your effort will be zero. This is very important. Whole of your effort will be zero if a farmer goes to another dealer. Because he'll give another brand. He'll say, this is my guarantee, you just take it. Guarantee of dealer is much more than any other branding. Mind it, guarantee of a dealer is much more. Branding is very important, but he should go to the same dealer. That is why we always need to identify the village.